What's up, guys? I'm more than halfway through my season now, so I thought I'd give you guys a little update on how it's going. People are always asking me questions on Instagram, YouTube, and people are coming up to me at the races and asking me about my bike and courses and what I do when I'm not riding my bike. So I'm gonna be out here answering your questions every couple holes, and let's see what you guys wanna know. Oh yeah! The season started off a little bit slow this year. I had one or two kind of rough results. I was crashing and losing focus on my run, so it was a bit of a struggle, but the last 2 World Cups went really well, and I finished with 2 top 10s, and now I'm sitting 12th overall, so I feel comfortable coming to the last 2 races of the season and into World Championships. So I'm feeling like I'm starting to get the swing of things, and I just had 3 weeks riding at home, so I was in the gym, riding my trail bike, on my downhill bike, so I think that I'm feeling as strong as I have all season. How are you? Good? Yeah?
Yeah, good, yeah.
Answer that backwards? Yeah, I'm good, thanks. You?
You guys, that was a good start to the conversation.
Tiger's about to hit, boys.
I didn't see it. Little foot wedge.
Yeah, but you're getting closer every time. Positivity's contagious, guys.
Mac, it's not going well. See what I mean?
Can we get a round update?
I've shot 7 on each hole.
Getting your money's worth, that's cool.
I wouldn't call it good, to be honest.
Let's ask Finn some questions.
Favorite NHL team would have to be Calgary Flames. I grew up like an hour and a half out of Calgary, so go Flames. Canucks suck.
Holy!
Starting in this fall, I'm going to be going to the University of British Columbia to do university. I'm only going to be going to university for the September to December term, and then after that, I will just focus on riding my bike and training.
150 yards out, Finn Iles. McMorris on the 14th green.
Do it.
Oh!
That wasn't even the shot I was trying to do at all.
Not his best.
Unlucky.
It's honestly just like riding a bike, just stay on top.
That joke sucked. That is the hardest question anybody would ever have to answer in their entire life, but I think I'll have to go with waffles.
What?
I like the squares on them. I'd say whips. Yeah, whips get chicks, bro. This is my rig. Bought it. Cash. This ball? Cash. Clubs? Cash.
Rental.
You know, Craig actually showed up today at the golf course with a briefcase of cash and just bought that golf cart for himself. I heard he was driving back to Whistler night in the golf cart.
Got a twirl on it, BK. Oh, what a shot. Tiger Woods.
Oh.
So now the big dog go to eat.
As a kid growing up, I was into quite a few sports. Being a Canadian, I was really into skiing and hockey. One summer, I was supposed to go to a ski camp, and I rode my bike the day before I was supposed to leave, and I ended up deciding to quit skiing like pretty much within a day, even though it was one of the things I loved most in the world, just because mountain biking for me is so much fun, and I just have so much love for it that I decided to do that. And then ever since then, I've been traveling the world racing. Being a first-year elite and it being World Championships, it's sort of like one race, one result thing. So you want to give it your all, risk it to become world champion. So for me, I think I just want to go out, give it 100%, and represent my country as best as I can.
Yes. Yes. You lose another one?
Yeah, I'm playing the orange.
Yeah, it's already go.
It almost went in.
I have a question for you guys. How the hell do I play golf? The past 2 weeks have been pretty busy, so I've been just riding my trail bike every day, going to the gym sort of like 2 to 3 times a week, and riding my downhill bike as much as I can, but in the winter, if there's a lot of snow, it's mainly just gym and spending a lot of time on a stationary bike in my house. How much money do you make? Cringing emoji, flying money emoji. Enough to take your mom out to dinner.
That's what's up!
What's your favorite place you visited so far? I'd say my favorite place that I visited so far was Iceland. Probably one of the coolest places I've ever been. On a scale of 1 to flame emoji, how lit is your B-day gonna be? 2 flame emojis. Playing hockey with Mitch Marner was pretty cool. I was a little bit starstruck at the beginning, but Mitch is like pretty down-to-earth guy and was like just, you know, it's like playing hockey with one of the boys. It's pretty sick. Let's do it. Which would you choose? I would absolutely not eat potato salad. I was able to ride a bike when I was like, I think 2 or 3, and then I started riding a mountain bike when I was like 7. I got a bike that had suspension, just like a hardtail. Being a Red Bull athlete is pretty awesome because you get to, if you have an idea, you can like pitch it to somebody from Red Bull, and most of the time they will be completely on board with it. So something like Purist Line that happened last year, somebody came up with the idea and they're like, do you want to ride your bike through Quebec City? I was like, of course I'd like to do that. Them providing the opportunities for me to do awesome stuff and just do stuff that I like to do and have fun is, it's something you can't put like a price tag on, so it's a pretty amazing sponsor to have. Have as much fun as you can on your bike. The happier you are, the more you're gonna like the sport and the more you're gonna do it, and the more you do it, the better you get, the faster you go. This year in Andorra, getting my very first elite podium, because the first 3 races had been pretty tough and I was crashing and making stupid mistakes, and I felt like my goal for the entire season was to get on the podium. So actually getting one in like before the season had ended was it's pretty amazing, and I think that it's my best memory that I've had racing my whole life. In the next 5 years, I would just like to continue what I'm doing, be quite far along in my education, be able to have potentially won an overall championship by then, maybe world championships a few times, hopefully. But mainly just focus on riding my bike and having a good time, because, you know, that's what it's all about. I think the new summer edition with the coconut is definitely my favorite. Vanilla. Nobody can screw up a vanilla, you know? McDonald's or Burger King? McDonald's, no question. Favorite thing to do apart from riding bikes? Skiing. I have no idea, I'm sorry. A cupcake or muffin? Cupcake, absolutely. I'd say just having fun with your friends when you come home. So having a day like today where we went golfing and just hanging out, you know, taking a day off from riding and training once in a while will never hurt you. From the moment I wake up to when I race, I don't listen to any music. If I can't race with music, I shouldn't be warming up with music. Moving from juniors to elite was a bit difficult. My very first race, I got a top 3, so I was like, oh, this is mellow, like, just keep on this. And I went to the first World Cup and I crashed in my race run, and then went to the second World Cup and I felt like I was getting more comfortable and ended up with a top 20. And then went to the third World Cup and crashed. So it's like, I felt like my priorities were a bit wrong, and I was mainly focused on result instead of being focused on just riding my bike and, you know, working on my riding. As soon as I stopped worrying about doing well and focus more on just riding my bike and having a good time, and that knowing that the results will come because I have the speed for it, I think that really helped me. I'd say that I look up to riders like Stevie Smith. Even though he's passed away, he's such a Canadian legend that his legacy carries on. So other Canadian riders like me and younger riders, older riders, are all inspired by how he came from Canada and won a World Cup overall. And he's just always, I went riding with him more than one time, and he's always there just to help. You know, he's like, if I asked him a question about cornering or riding or how to be better at riding my bike, he'd always be happy to answer my questions. So I think that he's just a good role model for Canadian cyclists growing up. So I feel like Stevie, and also Loic Bruni, just because he's somebody that's really close to me, and he's 2-time world champion, and I think that being able to follow him and look up to him has been really beneficial for my career so far. Thanks so much for checking in and asking me questions. Happy to give you guys a little update on how my season's going and my plans for the rest of the season. I'm pretty excited to get to Mont Saint Anne, so I'll catch you guys later.